afternoon, evening, morning. Welcome to the final installment of the 2023-2024 fantasy football season. I am your commissioner and your host, Jeff Darling. And guys, we did it. We made it through another season of fantasy football. We laughed together. We cried together. Some people never spoke to one another. Some people spoke a lot to one another. So I thank you for everyone for solid participation. I'd like to point out, even though we had some teams that were just terrible the whole year, everyone set their lineups. Everyone tried week to week. You can't ask for much more than that. In fact, I won't ask for much more than that, except for next year. Anyways, we had just two games that people really cared about. We had our championship game and we had our toilet bowl game. So half the league was interested in one, half the league, actually probably three people were interested in total. So let's go ahead and get into it. The championship was the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed, Uncle Touchdown versus Chat GB. And it was, well, I gotta admit, guys, it was a little disappointing of a championship because it just kind of, it was never, there was moments where it was like, well, if Brandon had been playing me, he probably would have scored a lot more than he did, and then it could have been exciting. But no, he was playing Sean, and Sean didn't have a crazy week. It was a pretty pedestrian from both teams. The total score, 121.28 to 100 on the nose. Brandon, congratulations for that at least. I mean, that's worth second place condolence money. 100.0. I don't think I've seen that all season, so that's kind of fun. Anyways, looking at your bench, Brandon, there really wasn't anything that you could do. I mean, you had a couple folks that you could have started that would have gotten you a little bit closer, but if you play that game, Sean had like 50 points left on his bench with Devontae Adams. The one time after that Matt trade that he actually did a good game, you didn't even play him, Sean, so that's kind of silly. Anyways, you know, it was just a pretty normal game. Of course, Kittle gets you 4 points, Brandon. Where was that last week? The only consolation that I have is that my team did very terribly. I wouldn't have beat many teams last week, so had I been in the championship, the way that I console myself is like, well, you would have lost anyways. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Jeff. It'll make you feel better. Anyway, so congratulations to Sean, Uncle Touchdown. You are the champion. And you did it. No one wanted you to do it. And you said, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyways. And I'd like to pretend that we were the only league that you were playing in and that I was your one and only. But no, I know that you sowed those fantasy oats everywhere, and that's okay. But I don't know if this, is this the only league that you won? Maybe. So you'll keep coming back for more, I'm sure. Anyways, congratulations. In the toilet bowl, we had Michael Cupp, who was in last place the entire season. And this seems to be how Michael likes to do things. Be terrible 70% of the time, and the last 30% really come on strong. I think you finished the season with like a 5-game winning streak. Outscored everyone that you played. And the funny thing is if you had played John in the championship, you would have actually won. You were the highest scoring team. Matt, changed your name 6 times in a span of 5 minutes, and none of it helped. You lost 128.24 to 82.76, and if it makes you feel any better, nothing on your bench would have changed that fact. Michael's team just came on strong at the right moment. Lamar Jackson with his highest point total of the year, of course, in the last game that he's playing this season. And that's just kind of the way that it works. So congratulations to Michael. You get your, backing up, Sean, you get the $200 prize money. Brandon, you get $40, so congrats on that. It should have been into your bank accounts, the offshore accounts, deposited funds this morning. And Michael, you'll get 25 from me. And Matt, you actually never paid the loser buy-in. I don't know how I feel about that. So you don't get your $5 buy-in back because you just never gave it. I guess that's your confidence that you're going to come in second place. Glad I don't have to chase you down and ask, where's my money, man? But I almost feel like if you should have to pay some kind of penalty for that, still pay the $5 just to Michael for not ever putting anything on the line. But I know you were good for it. Anyways, congratulations to Michael. Congratulations to Sean. Thank you, everybody, for your participation. Hannah, we're not taking it easy just because your appendix removed. You still have to finish out your punishment before the start of next season. So, right, for now, rest up, practice, do it on a nice, not cold day. Tell people that you need to pay for medical bills, whatever. Whatever you need to add to your sign to elicit more sympathy, you may do it. Rules still apply though. So what do we have looking forward to? Well, in the off season, we can keep the chat going. I think we're all friends here, so I'll continue to post in it. I don't want to only talk to you, Sean, when it's time for fantasy, and I don't want to only have fantasy to talk about when we when we say something. So we can keep the chat going. I won't do any more videos until next year. And even then, I don't know if I'll do the videos again because my views kept dwindling. I think as people's records started, setting in reality of how the season was going, maybe my viewership declined. So I'll spend the whole off season trying to toy around with ideas of how we can make next season even more exciting, even more engaging, with more on the line, more at stake, more fun, more shenanigans. Until then, however, enjoy. I guess playoffs, actual playoffs. It's hard to care about football now that I have nothing riding on it personally. So, go Cowboys. All right, everybody. Fantastic season. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Nice timing with the music.